What's up everyone, CanCannGrow here, and I'm excited to bring you this video because it's a first for me and this channel. I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of a grow light from Mars Hydro. Mars Hydro is traditionally a budget-friendly LED light manufacturer, although they do produce other grow products. And they have come a long way. They've been around for a while. I'm not going to get too much into the history, but their original products were definitely on the budget, or some might call cheap end, but they were effective for what you needed them for, especially for people who were on a budget or maybe didn't want to spend huge amounts of money on LED technology. They have been really aggressive with marketing their new products, which I can respect as a company. I know that there have been quite a lot of social media influencers and fellow YouTubers who have been showcasing their products, and I think it's a great move for them. I also respect it because, to me anyways, it shows that they're quite confident in their product because they're putting it in the hands of accomplished growers who are going to put it through their paces. And I can't speak for them, but I was very upfront and honest with them when they reached out to me. And I told them that I would give them a very fair evaluation of their product because I felt I owed that to you, first of all, my viewers. And, and I wasn't going to just kind of fill it with a bunch of positive or fluff just because they had sent me the light. And they were great with that. They were okay with that, which, like I said, tells me that they're quite confident in some of their newer lines. So this is one of their newer lines of grow lights. They have two main categories for their new grow lights. One is the TS series, which is a quantum board series, and this is their SP. This is the SP250. We'll talk a little bit more about it. Like I said, I think that there are several videos online. I'm hoping that I can, share something maybe you might not have seen in other reviews, or at least share my own spin on it. The other thing is, I'm not sure how long this particular video is going to be. As you know, I like to provide a lot of detail, and I think it's helpful for most people. I'm going to do the same here. If it gets a little bit long, I'll break it up into smaller, easier to consume parts. I also haven't done a detailed series of videos explaining different specs for grow lights to help particularly newer growers to understand them. So I will do that in the future, but some of this video is also going to be speaking about what the numbers mean, so to speak. So anyways, this is the light as it came right to me. I realized that there was only one time I could do this if I was going to do a proper unboxing. So this is the first part of the video. I'm going to jump off right now. I'm going to grab something to open this box with, and let's unbox this together. All right, everyone, I'm back. I realize we only get one shot at this, so I'm hopefully going to get this right. So here's the box. Let's go ahead and open it up. So there it is. Okay, so give me a second here. So what we got in here, we have a couple of ratchet hangers, which are always a nice touch. I believe that there's a lot of manufacturers including this now, but it's nice that Mars Hydro has included this because they're obviously necessary for hanging your light, or at least very useful because you can clearly hang them other ways. This is the light itself, packaged quite well. I opened it from this side, but as I've seen in other unboxings, there is a wood base here that protects the actual front of the light. This is the driver, and we're going to talk about this in a second. It's a Meanwell driver, their ELG series. And yeah, it's protected quite well. Let me see if I can one-hand this and get the light out of this box. I don't have the actual measurements in front of me in terms of how long this light is. It is made to be used in a 2x4 space, and I will tell you that Mars Hydro has been kind enough to also send me a 2x4 tent with which to do some these grow runs in. It should come soon anyways, and I will do an unboxing of that when that gets here. This light is very nice. It's quite heavy. I don't know what the weight is offhand, but it seems very well made. You can see that it is passively cooled, meaning that there are no fans, so it does run very quiet. What it does do is it has these heat sinks which dissipate heat. As with many LED lights, what you have is you have a situation where any of the heat that comes out of it, which is basically unused power, generally will radiate upwards, as opposed to traditional HIDs, where if you're using a metal halide, an HPS, or even as I use a ceramic metal halide, CMH or LEC, the heat radiates downwards generally from the light down towards your canopy. Whereas with LEDs, they do still produce heat, but it tends to radiate up. It doesn't radiate from the actual diodes themselves. That's not to say they don't get hot, but it definitely doesn't radiate downwards. So let me see if I can lay this down. I don't want to damage it. So there is the light itself. I'm going to talk more detail about the specs later in the video, but I can tell you that these diodes are coated to be water resistant. I don't know that I would call them waterproof. I know there is a specific rating. I don't have it in front of me, but I will definitely share that. So it will work no problem in a humid environment. Also, it makes cleaning the light easier, because you don't have to be as the diodes are not going to be as sensitive because there is a coating on it. So there's the Mars Hydro logo. There is the light as it's been unboxed. That's pretty much everything that's in there. This is the cord from the driver that will go into the socket. And this is actually a cord that runs from, sorry, let me just try and lay this down. Okay. This is a cord that runs from the light into the driver. Now, the reason it's so long is because you have an option of hanging this light and running the driver where it is on the light, as you see it here. So as you can see, it is screwed onto the light. Or if you do have problems with heat in your tent, you can run, because this driver will produce heat, you have the option of unmounting this driver and running it outside of the tent, which is a great option to have. And they've provided clearly more than enough cord to be able to run this driver outside of the tent if that's what you wanted to do. So that's a nice touch. So that's it for this. I'm going to come back and talk to you more about the numbers in the next segment of this video. So I'll be back.